recovery efforts underway in the Sunshine State. As residents of Florida, they're picking up at least the pieces that they can, trying to rebuild in the wake of Hurricane Ian. One nonprofit organization, it's called CityServe. They're stepping up in a big way. They're providing those that need it with food, with water, other supplies as well.
Doing some good stuff. For the latest on those efforts in the Sunshine State, let's welcome in Todd Lamphere, Vice President of the Government Relations for CityServe. Todd, welcome. Thanks for coming on. Tell me about who your organization is able to help right now.
Emma, Sean, thank you so much for having us. And you know, we're here in Fort Myers, and just seeing the devastation is just, well, it's really just beyond words. And unless you're here, you really can't see the power and the magnitude of the destruction. And CityServe really exists just to support and resource the local church to meet the needs of their communities, all communities, with the resources needed to get them back on their feet.
What is needed right now? You're on the ground there. We're reading reports, obviously, and trying to get the most up-to-date information. But as you were pointing out, Todd, it is different being there. It's different standing where you are there in Fort Myers, Florida, what you've seen, the people maybe you've talked to. What's the ultimate need in this moment?
Right here in Fort Myers, as they're beginning to get electricity back on, as things are still happening. They're still under no water and a boil water alert. So water is paramount here. Fresh fruits and things that foods that they don't have to cook are very, very important. Tarps to help fill up the holes. Chainsaw crews, debris removal, generators. So those are all things that are needed right now.
Those are some items that people could help with. Tell me about how people who are outside of the state of Florida can assist.
Well, honestly, Emma, I think the biggest and best way right now is to pray, you know, and just to ask God to help those who have been affected. And then second, I'll give. You have CityServe. Go to cityserve.us. There are a lot of great faith-based nonprofits that are boots on the ground here. Pick one. So pray, give, and then serve. If there's a way that you can come and be a part of the long-term effort, and by the way, this is going to be a long-term effort. Oftentimes, disasters like this have a short shelf life. We forget about them in other parts of the country. It goes from page 1 to page 10 in the newspapers, or doesn't even hit the news cycles after 2 weeks. But these people still are going to have to pick up the pieces of their lives. And that's why the church is so important. It was here before the hurricane, and it's going to be here after the hurricane. And that's why CityServe resources the local church.
Yeah, it's amazing what you're doing, and everyone's stepping up. It's that term, community, actually people coming together to help their neighbors, and essentially a major option there, a major push at least from the church as well, continuing to step up there. I wanted just to close on this. For many that may not know about Fort Myers Beach and that community, it's not just it's not a resort, a beach per se like you would think. There are people that live there on that island. It's pretty large in size, and you take a look at the devastation from those aerial views, it doesn't exist anymore. Talk to me about that.
You know, disasters and hurricanes are the great equalizer. They don't care what neighborhood you live in. They don't care your socioeconomic status. They don't care what you have in the bank. They just wreak havoc and destruction. And this community, they're going to be recovering for a long, long time. Some people lost everything. And this is why it's so important for the country to wrap its arms around Fort Myers Beach, Naples, Sanibel Island, you know, all this whole region that just was devastated with a high Cat 4, almost Cat 5. And it's one of those things where we just got to come along, wrap our arms around them, let them know that we're here, that we care, and we're going to stay with you.
Yeah, all those businesses that people who would have worked years to create, homes that you see your kids grow up in, just completely destroyed by the hurricane. Todd, our prayers are with the people of Southwest Florida. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for the good that you're doing for the community as they begin to rebuild. Todd Lamphere, thanks so much.
Emma, Sean, thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Take care.